Hello students, I am Simmi Singh from Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan. Today we will study chapter 6 of Geography for class 9th. The name of the chapter is Population. After reading this chapter, learners, you will be aware and informed about distribution and size of the population in India. You will also be able to analyze population growth and processes of population change from 1951 onwards. Last but not least, you will be able to examine and evaluate the information given in any format, both known and unknown, in order to interpret. Well, human beings are considered a special resource on the earth because human beings can explore, develop, and convert natural resources into useful goods. Humans have the ability to make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and the technology to do so. That is why human beings are considered a special resource. When we are studying about human resources, we are looking at the number of people living in a region. The technical term here is population. That means the exact number of any species in a given habitat. Here you see the word census. What exactly it is? It is an official enumeration of the population of a country. It was introduced by the Britishers in India and we are continuing to do so even today. Census in our country is done once a decade. In India, the first census was held in the year 1872. The last census was conducted successfully in the year 2011. Now, you must be wondering why we have not conducted census in 2021. The 2021 census had to be postponed because of the COVID pandemic. The first time in the 150 year of history of census operations in India, this exercise is not being done and completed on time. Let us move to population size and distribution. Population of India is projected at 1.39 billion or 139 crore as of July 1, 2021. India has overtaken China to become the most populous country in the world. The population of India, as per the census 2011, was 121.2 crores. Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state in India and the least populated state in the country is Sikkim. Here you see a pie diagram and you can see this diagram is showing distribution of population in some states of India. Almost half of India's population lives in just 5 states, that is Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh. India's population distribution by density. When we are looking at the distribution of population, it is not just the number of people, it is the number of people in a given unit area and it is known as density of population. The population density of India in the year 2011 was 382 persons per square kilometer. Population density, that is the people per square kilometer of land area in India, was reported 473 square kilometer in 2021 according to the World Bank collection of development indicators. India is the most populous country of the world, but it is not the most densely populated country of the world because population density depends upon the land. And as you know, India is 7th biggest nation in the world. It's not densely populated. In fact, Bangladesh and Japan have higher average population densities than India. Why is it that some areas have high density of population and some areas have a very low density of population? Before discussing the factors affecting uneven distribution of population, let me tell you that on the basis of density of population. Broadly, we can divide three regions. The first one, areas with low density of population, that is below 250 persons per square kilometer. Second one, areas with medium population density containing about 251 to 500 persons per kilometer square. And the third one, areas with high population density. They contain about 501 and above persons per square kilometer. As you can see in the map of India, the pattern of uneven distribution of population densities at the state level. Areas or states with low population density, that is below 250 persons per square kilometer, are Mizoram, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Arunachal Pradesh, and mountainous regions with harsh climate and other factors like Sikkim, Ladakh, etc. States with medium density of population, that is 251 to 500 persons per square kilometer, are Jharkhand, Assam, Goa, Maharashtra, Tripura, Karnataka, Gujarat, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. Areas with high population density, that is, which contain 501 and above persons per square kilometer, are Bihar with 1102 persons per square kilometer, West Bengal having 1029 persons per square kilometer, Kerala 859 persons per square kilometer, UP having 828 persons per square kilometer, Haryana 573 persons per square kilometer, Tamil Nadu 555 persons per square kilometer, and Punjab 550 persons per square kilometer. Bihar, with a population density of 1102 people per square kilometer, is the Indian state with highest population density. Arunachal Pradesh, on the other hand, has lowest density of population. Now let us discuss the factors responsible for uneven distribution or density of population. Rugged terrain and unfavorable climatic conditions are primarily responsible for the sparse or less population. Regions with hilly, dissected and rocky nature of the terrain, moderate to low rainfall, shallow and less fertile soils have moderate population densities. On the other hand, flat plains with fertile soils and abundant rainfall have high density of population. Now, let us come to the topic population growth and processes of population change. Population growth. Growth of population refers to the change in the number of inhabitants of a country or a territory during a specific period of time. This change can be expressed in two ways. First, in terms of absolute number, and the second one in terms of percentage. That is, percentage change per year. Growth rate. The table you see shows that annual rate of population growth is steadily increasing, which means the rapid increase in population. However, the rate of growth started declining gradually if you see in the graph. The declining trend of growth rate is indeed a positive indicator of the efforts of birth control, but despite that, the total additions to the population base continue to grow, and that is why India has overtaken China to become the most populous country in the world. With this, we come to the process of population change or growth. There are three main processes of change of population. First one, birth rate. Second one, death rates. And the third one, migration. Before discussing these three, we must know what is a natural increase or growth rate. The natural increase of population is the difference between the birth rates and the death rates. Now, what is birth rate? Birth rate is the number of live births per thousand persons in a year. It is the major component of growth of population because in India, birth rate have always been higher than the death rates. Talking about the death rate, it is the number of deaths per thousand persons in a year. The main cause of the rate of growth of the Indian population has been the rapid decline in the death rates. With this, we come to the migration, the third factor. The third component of population growth is migration. Migration is the movement of people across the regions and territories. Migration can be both internal as well as external. Internal, which means movement of people within the country, and external or international, which means between the countries. Internal migration does not change the size of population, but of course, it influences the distribution of population within the country and population composition in terms of age and sex composition. In India, the migration is mostly from rural to urban areas because of the push factors in the rural areas like poverty and unemployment, and pull factors of the city like increased employment opportunities and better living conditions and education facilities. Dear students, have you ever wondered which is the most important feature of India's population? Well, let me tell you, it's you, the adolescents, and the size of adolescent population. The age group 10 to 19 years is considered as adolescent population. It constitutes 1/5 of the total population of India. You or adolescents are the most important resource for the future. Nutrition requirements of adolescents are higher than those of a normal child or adult. Poor nutrition can lead to deficiency and stunted growth. But in India, the diet available to adolescents is inadequate in all the nutrients. A large number of adolescent girls suffer from anemia. Awareness among them can be improved through the spread of literacy and education. Adolescents' most prevalent issues are growth and development, school, childhood illness that persist into adolescence, and mental health concern. National Population Policy. Before we discuss NPP or the National Population Policy, let us understand what does this word policy actually means. Policy is a definite course or method of action selected from among alternatives in the light of given conditions to guide and determine present and future decisions. A plan of action agreed or chosen by a government, a company, etc. Now, let us discuss the main features of National Population Policy. First one is making school education free and compulsory up to the age of 14 years and also reducing the dropout rates of both boys and girls. Second one is decreasing the infant mortality rate, IMR, to under 30 per thousand live births in the country. And the third one is reducing the maternal mortality rate. Fourth one is achieving universal immunization for all children against vaccine preventable disease. Fifth one is encouraging delayed marriage for girls. Sixth is making available universal access to information, counseling, and services for fertility, regulation, and contraception. The last one is containing the spread of AIDS and sexually transmitted infections, which we call STI. With this, preventing and controlling communicable disease is also one of the major features of NPP. Dear learners, I hope you understood all the concepts related to population. I would also like to tell you the study of population is known as demography. With this, we come to the end of the chapter. Now it is the time for some brainstorming. And question number 1, briefly explain the following terms. A. Birth rate. B. Death rate. C. Migration. And D. NPP, that is National Population Policy. Question number 2, what is census? Question number 3, what is meant by density of population? Question number 4 is, what are the factors affecting density of population? Question number 5 is, you should do this activity. This is, you have to conduct a survey of your locality and ask adolescents major issues they are confronting with. Question number 6 is skill based. In the outline political map of India, you have to locate and label the following. First one, the least populous state of India. Second one, the state having highest density of population in India. Thank you and have a thoughtful days ahead along with optimism, peace and happiness. Thank you. Good day.